I've got one. I'm good. Thank you.
Paul, there's your water.
She is
Present via Zoom.
Via Zoom. Gotcha.
Councilman Brennan.
Present.
Councilman Bundy.
Present.
Councilman Green.
Present.
Mayor Sykes.
Present. Let the record reflect we do have a quorum. Really quick here. When was I going to pull?
4 on new business.
New business. All right, council, I just want to let you guys know I'm going to pull 4 for tonight's meeting.
New business 4?
Yep, new business number 4.
Okay.
All right. All right. Sorry, Ms. Belt.
Can the record reflect that the agenda was amended to add R to the consent agenda? That's all I had to do, Paul.
Record reflect.
You need a motion? Second? All good, or we're good? Okay. I'm gonna run down to department heads. I'm gonna start with Jake. What's cracking?
Mayor and council, so my mechanic's just been working hard on getting all the equipment, going through it all for the winter, fixing all the stuff that needs to be fixed. Jeff and I are the only ones on, as you guys know, so we started doing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on hole 15 and 11, the white, when you play golf out there, the white out of bounds stakes get stolen a lot. And last year they were on back order for like 6 months. So we're making new ones, we're gonna make permanent ones, and we're gonna put them in concrete, so they won't be able to steal them anymore. And so Jeff's been working on doing that, and then we started pulling all the old river rock that's around the tees. We started pulling all that out, and we started putting in, what we're doing now is we're putting in cold patch around the trash area, the ball washers, the tee sign, so there won't be any more tripping hazards, and then we're just gonna sod around that, so there won't be the whole bed thing. I mean, that was my idea. It didn't work out the way I wanted, so we're starting over and gonna try to get it done right this time. So that's what we're working on right now. And then probably next week I'll start tearing apart the driving range and expanding it over farther and making it bigger in the back. So
Sounds good.
that's what we got going on.
Perfect. Shasta.
Mayor, Council, we had 286 people come for our Santa night last Saturday, so thank you for all those that attended. We applied for the Summer Strategies grant through the state and were awarded $10,000 towards funding for STEM in a Box curriculum, as well as VR classes taught by STEM Forge from Boise. So we're excited about having that available during the summer months. We are going to be closed on the 30th. We got special approval from the library board to close that day so that we can get a deep cleaning for our carpet that has not had a deep cleaning since we installed it during COVID. It will also deep clean the chairs, as well as replace 2 of the toilets, one for the men's room and one for the family restroom. So that'll be on the 30th of December. Tomorrow is open mic night from 6 to 8, and wear holiday attire if you plan to attend. We also have our teen after hours program on the 21st from 6 to 8, and it's an interactive movie night, and we're going to be doing Gremlins that night. We'll also be closed on Christmas, and then we'll have our family game night on the 28th of December from 5 to 7, and then on the 26th for our usual story time. We're actually going to count down to noon, so it'll be a special story time and celebrate New Year's. And then just a reminder, no after-school activities during Christmas break, so December 22nd through January 5th. So that includes STEAM types, Crafternoon, and Teen Coders. That's it.
That's it? Thank you. I'm gonna supersede Chris and go to no, I'm just kidding. Chris, what do you got?
Mayor, Council, just a couple of quick bullets. We're in the 105 range on new construction building permits for the year. Planning and zoning, as we typically see, is pretty slow at this point in time. Nobody wants to dig in the mud in the winter, so but in our office, we're doing a lot of the catch-up work that we typically do this time of year. We're working on looking at land use charts, cleaning up some of the definitions, and we're working that with the Planning and Zoning Committee. And then, he asked me not to, but I don't know if everybody's met. This is Ted Rayum. He is our new building inspector / code enforcement officer.
Welcome, Ted. Got some beautiful faces out there.
Thank you.
Chief?
Mayor, Council, for us, for the PD, we had Shop with a Cop on December 2nd. We had a total of 121 kids that we took shopping at Walmart, had breakfast with them, had a good time that morning. Monday night, Lieutenant Larson and I attended Officer Taggie's graduation at CSI at her basic academy. She built up quite a bit of comp time, so she'll be off for a couple weeks before she jumps to the FTO process for the end of the month. And then next Wednesday, the 20th, here in council chambers, we're doing a promotions and award ceremony, promoting a sergeant, a corporal, and getting a life-saving award and an officer of the year award.
Fantastic. Chief Moore?
Mayor, Council, nothing of real consequence with the fire department. We have got engine 12 will be pulling engine 12 out of service for a couple of days next week, Wednesday. Transfer another engine from Station 2 over, and instead we've got some service work we've got to get done over there on that, nothing major. Other than that, we're our helping Santa out. We'll be out this evening. They're going to be out from 6 to 8 delivering letters back from Santa to the children in our community.
That's awesome. Rich?
Mayor, Council, wintertime maintenance, that's really what we're kind of doing. I think the street department's going to try to get one more load of asphalt before they close. I think they're going to start closing next week. So if they're supposed to have one today, it was just too cold this morning, so maybe Monday, there's just some places they just need to clean up with some things and try to get things kind of buttoned up. Other than that, they'll put cold patch if they have to with stuff, so. But, water department's just been working on just getting things cleaned up from all this, things like that. Same with the, lagoons are just, water's just coming in, so they're not getting rid of it, so I'll just kind of go from there.
Perfect. Chief?
Mayor, Council, I would like to congratulate Mr. Kitty. He is going to retire, and so this is his actual last council meeting with us. And his retirement party will be the next Thursday, the 21st, from 3 to 5:30 at the Legion Hall down the street. So hope everyone can make it to celebrate Rich's retirement. The other exciting news I have is our first order of pool material has arrived. It came today via FedEx, so it's currently over in the Parks and Recreation shop out of the Elements, and a Conex box for all the other material that's scheduled to be here later in the month or right after the holiday has been delivered to the pool as well. So things are moving. So that's all I got.
Fantastic. Oh, how many do you get paid by the word, right? So we're gonna keep that pretty short with Paul, or? Got anything for us, Paul?
Nothing for you, sir.
Ah, thank you. Council, got anything for the department heads?
Let's see.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Lundy?
I know that we're all sad to see Richard Key go. My history with Rich goes way back. I moved here in 1999. I had a kid on the track team. So the whole time I was finishing up my Air Force career, and then we taught together at the high school, so I've known Rich for pretty much 25 years. And he has been, in a lot of ways, Mr. Mountain Home for the whole time. His family before him was well involved in the community, so I think if we can all get there on the 21st and
I'm just saying things that everybody already knows about you, Rich. And he's going to continue on, keep coaching track, so his service to the city and to the community is going to continue to extend. So, Rich, it's been great working with you, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Here, here. I just, this is, I mean, somewhere around my 528th council, I'm just wondering, so, it's been a few, so, thank you.
I'll save my words for the retirement. All right. If nothing else, I'll run. If nothing else, I'll run down to conflict of interest. Has any council member received information pertaining to otherwise had any contact with any person regarding to any items on the city council agenda? If so, please set forth the nature of contact.
Mayor.
Councilman Brennan?
I made a phone call, a preemptive phone call to Taryn at TKM Architecture for clarification on item N today.
Okay. Any others? Hearing none, we'll go down to the consent agenda. Would any council member want to talk about, discuss, pull, remove anything from items A to, I guess it's R. That's the other one I have on here.
Mayor?
Councilman Brennan?
Item E, which is our notice of council meetings for 2024. As I read through that, can we put the time of our regularly scheduled meetings for clarity to the citizens? It doesn't have the time stamp, or just the date, not the time. Can we add the time on there?
Oh, okay. You just want the time added somewhere in there?
At 5 p.m. or
Okay.
PM.
You can do that.
Mayor, continuing?
Yep.
Item J is the approval of an individual to fill a planning and zoning seat. It probably speaks for itself, but can we just specify amongst ourselves or whatever that that'll be effective on January 9th? Unless Mr. Harjo has already resigned from the board. Okay, so upon your resignation, can we just, for the record?
Okay.
And Mayor, I'd like to pull item N.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask the council to, I'm not sure the appropriate order of this, but move item R to executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 74-2061A to discuss the the respective qualities of an individual to be evaluated to fill a particular vacancy or need. Move it there and then come out of executive session for a vote.
Mayor, I agree with that.
Okay. Got it. R. Okay. Anything else, council? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Brennan?
Make a motion to pass the consent agenda, a few edits, adding the time of our meetings to item E. Item J, upon the resignation of Scott Harjo, pulling item N and moving R to executive session.
Second.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
All right, let's run down to old business, action item deliberation decision on Mountain Home City Code 7-1A-9 water right fee amendments. Council, what do you want to do?
Let me get there real quick. So many papers today.
Councilman Brennan.
I had a chance to read the drafted change. I'm happy with it. I don't see any issues. I think it's just really basic but clear. Has our attorney had the chance to look it over?
Which one?
Water rights.
The water rights, yep. All good with you?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem with that.
Okay. Council, you have any other questions, comments, concerns?
No. Mayor?
Councilman Brennan?
Make a motion to approve the Mountain Home City Code 7-1A-9 water rights fee amendment.
Second.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Run down to old business action item deliberation decision on Mountain Home City Code 9-6-4 annexation amendments. Council, what do you want to do?
Mayor?
Councilman Brennan?
It's kind of in the same category that we just spoke about. This appears to add some clarification on how the money will be set aside for specific purposes. I'm happy with that one as well. I'd make a motion to approve the Mountain Home City Code 964 annexation amendments.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Run down to old business action item deliberation decision on proposed personnel policy updates. Council, what do you want to do?
Mr. Mayor?
Councilman Bundy?
Oh, I got ahead of myself on that one. I think all of our council approved, or council suggestions were incorporated, is that correct?
Tiff?
Mayor and Council, that is correct. I got the last verbiage from Councilman Brennan this afternoon, and I made that edit.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure, Councilman Brennan, if your inputs have been put in there, then I'll go ahead and make the motion that we approve the proposed personnel policy updates.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion?
Mayor, I'd just like to add really quick, I'm really happy to see the major overhaul to the sick leave portion of this, where it's just kind of easier to handle, I suppose, and maybe a little less restrictive. Thank you for your work on that.
Thank you.
Any other further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Okay. Run down to items removed from the consent. That would be item N, approving the finding of facts conditional use permit for allowing for the for the construction of an RV Park Zone C4 district at the corner of Northwest Jerome, Northwest Smith Road. Councilman Brennan?
Yeah, Mayor, on this one, I don't believe the findings of fact accurately describe the situation that happened in terms of planning and zoning had a unanimous decision to recommend denial, and the city council came back with a unanimous approval of it. And there's no mention of why that happened in the findings of fact. This is what I made a preemptive phone call to Taryn for, to seek clarification on the road width or the property lines where the lines are deeded at. I think I would like to send the findings of fact back to the creator, I guess, to get more clarification as to why there was a complete flop for planning and zoning and city council.
Council? You cool with that? Good? Okay, so item N will be in January 9th.
And I guess just for the record on that, it's there needs to be some clarification as to the road widths, and because planning and zoning, it sounds like, Scott, don't let me speak for everybody, but this is my understanding, is that the recommended denial was because the road appeared to only measure it like 25 feet, and the developer came forth to us at city council and said that there's more like a 40-foot right-of-way. There may not be 40 foot of pavement right now. And with your national standards, with 40 feet, you'll be able to accommodate. So I think that's important to annotate in the record.
Okay.
Mayor, council, so that's what you'd kind of like to add in the finding of facts of how it kind of flipped, is that what you're?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there wasn't enough detail given to planning and zoning. Maybe city council got more
Well,
details.
I know you got more on yours because that, he went in and showed the radiuses, all the turns and what was going on because that's where it came, that was planning and zoning's questions and what it was, so that, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good with move that to tonight?
Yep.
Councilman Garvey?
Yep, that sounds good to me. I agree.
Okay. Run down to action item number 2, a new business deliberation decision on city staff recommendation for Brandon Blocker to operate the city's BMX at Optimus Park. Council?
Mayor?
Councilman Brennan?
I just want to say that maybe for the first time, not entirely sure on that, but I just want to say I appreciate that this contract specifically says that no city equipment shall be used by the leasee. Tiffany knew where I was going with that right away. So I appreciate that being in there. I have no objection.
Mayor,
Councilwoman Garvey?
I'm just happy to see that Optimus Park seems to be alive and moving out there. I think it could get back to being a great venue for people to attend, and so I appreciate all the work and efforts out there from the people that want to work on it.
Fantastic.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Bundy?
so based on those comments, we'll go ahead and make the motion to approve the city staff recommendation for Brandon Blocker to operate the city BMX at Optimus Park.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilman Bundy? Aye. All right. Run down to action item number 3, a new business deliberation decision approving the lease agreement with Brandon Blocker and pass resolution 39-2023R.
38.
What would I say? 39. Oh, 38, sorry. 38-2023R.
It's okay.
Mayor,
Councilman Green?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the lease agreement with Brandon Blocker and pass resolution number 38-2023R.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilman Green? Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
And we pulled number 4 for next month. Number 5, action item deliberation decision on appointing a new member to city council as library liaison. Council. I talked to Scott and this morning, or Councilman-elect Scott, and he said he would be willing to fulfill that role if so inclined. Right, Scott? Okay.
Mayor,
Councilman Brennan.
do we have a expectation as to, is this attending every meeting that you have
As been usually.
or as needed?
Preferably every, but as needed is fine as well. Just to be in the loop and to make sure it's communicated to the rest of the council.
Okay. Good with that? Okay.
I think Scott would make a great addition there.
All right. Council.
Mayor,
Councilman Brennan.
where am I at here? I'll make a motion to appoint Councilmember-elect Harjo to the city council as the library liaison.
I'll second it.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Bundy.
can we add a name on there, or do we just open it up that we're going to have a member, and then once he's on, then we do it with his, because there's no name on the agenda?
It doesn't.
Doesn't matter, okay.
It's just a step, it's a liaison.
So we can go ahead and put the name on it this time for that, okay. Good, I'm good.
All right. It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Buddy?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Run down to action item number 6, deliberation decision on approving contingency fund to be transferred to the golf course budget for driving range operations. And then we learned today it's not contingency funds, or it's gonna be the economic development excess. Oh, it's not here? No, that's not what it was?
No, it'll come from contingency, Mayor.
Okay.
However, there's, in the treasurer's report, the Economic Development Fund shows about $72,000 in it, that by the end of the year, audit will have us shift that out because the Economic Development Department no longer exists, so that 72 will fall into general and land in contingency. So it's kind of a wash.
Sure.
Those were the frames I was supposed to give you from Paula. I was directed. Okay.
Councilwoman Garvey?
I just have a statement, I suppose. Why are we talking about this? Why is this on the discussions when this should be a CIP on the budget upcoming when we haven't finalized a contract yet?
I guess I'm assuming that the contract is finalized, but maybe I could be wrong. I guess I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay, Mayor, may I continue?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think that all these ideas are grand ideas. I think we're putting the cart before the horse because, again, we haven't finalized anything. And I suppose it's hard for me, I'll go with my most contentious points and then I'll go on down. What we've just heard for the past 18 months is that we're trying to get the golf course to be solvent or sustain itself. And in one breath, one turn, we're all of a sudden going to spend $70,000 out of our emergency money when we will not see a return on this investment for at least 3 years, if not more. And, one can contend that it runs fine right now. As a taxpayer, I'll speak as a taxpayer, and then I also second this as a council member. I do not feel if the golf course driving range, because we had a lack of planning on our end, or your end, whichever end we want to look at it, does not constitute an emergency. This money is set aside, in your words, 6 months ago to be spent on things like if we have a potential lawsuit again that we are liable for. And it in turn will cost $70,000 to add all this equipment that does not factor in the personnel that will be taken or needed, to run it. I'm hoping that this doesn't become a problem, but we have dump issues right now that might end up costing us more to mitigate, dump our garbage or whatever. So I feel like our emergency money needs to be saved for just that emergency. It's not to fix up the golf course that had poor planning. And if it ends up where, obviously you're going to see where my vote is going to go, but if we end up moving this $70,000 out of the emergency funds, that will make us spending $92,000 in the last 3 months to get us where. So it's really important to me that I fully understand, again, I've asked you once, I've asked you twice, is it control that you want, or is it a functioning golf course that's running well and budgeted? I think we need to take a step back and take a look at the bigger picture. And I'm sorry if I don't mean to sound like I'm attacking you, but this just came a little too soon after 18 months of hearing the golf course is in the negative and we want to get it in the positive. And we're not done with our contract yet.
Councilman Brennan?
It's my impression, and I don't mean to speak for anybody, and you're totally encouraged to call me out if I'm wrong, but that the majority of this body has made a decision to move forward with taking over the driving range regardless of what happens with the finalization of the contract, whether it ends up being accepted as we have it drafted now, or if not, the new path forward with somebody else, the city still intends to take over the driving range. And to spend a little bit of money now that will take us a little while to recoup, we will still recoup that money, and ultimately it will become profitable. Am I wrong?
It's part of the city amenity.
Sorry, I couldn't hear James. James, can you speak up a little bit?
Sure, I said it's just part of the city amenity.
Again, it's emergency funds. Does this constitute an emergency?
Mayor?
Councilman.
Mayor, I apologize. I apologize for the back and forth. I will stop. I'll make sure I'm on the talking order.
If, and maybe Paul can help us clarify, but contingency is different than emergency. It is a bowl of money to spend from, for maybe unplanned, or it could be emergency items, but it's a set aside money that does not have to necessitate an emergency.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, the word contingency, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's contingent.
Something we didn't plan to
You
budget.
didn't plan for it, and that's why you have a catch-all fund. Every city does that.
Council, what do you guys want to do?
Mayor,
Councilman Green.
I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve the contingency fund to be transferred to the golf course budget for driving range operations.
Do I have a second?
Mayor, I'll second it. And I'm doing so because of the statements I just made, that it's my impression that the majority of this body intends for the city to take over the golf course regardless of the contract.
Duly noted. It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Buddy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Nay.
Okay. Run down to ordinances. Action item, ordinance 1789, annexation of 2 parcels of land totaling 3.53 acres located on South 10th East Street between Southwest Quaker Drive and Southwest Paiute, requested by Sherilyn Hammond and Sean Allen. Council, what do you want to do? Councilman Brennan.
I'll make a motion that we suspend the 3 reading rule and read this ordinance by title only for its one and only reading tonight.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm out of it. It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilwoman Garvey.
Aye.
Councilman Bundy.
Aye.
Councilman Brendan.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Tiff, please read the ordinance.
Ordinance 1789, an ordinance annexing to the city of Mountain Home, Idaho, the real property hereinafter described and declaring the same by proper legal description thereof and to be part of said city of Mountain Home, Idaho, and providing an effective date.
Council, you've heard this ordinance read. Do you wish it to pass? Councilman Green.
Aye.
Councilman Bundy.
Aye.
Councilman Brennan.
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey.
Aye.
Ordinance number 2, action item, ordinance 1790, zone R4 PUD, 2 parcels of land totaling 3.5 acres located South 10th East Street between Southwest Quaker Drive, Southwest Paiute, requested by Sherilyn Hammond and Sean Allen. Councilman Brennan.
Make a motion that we suspend the 3 reading rule and read this ordinance by title only for its one and only reading tonight.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Garvey.
Aye.
Councilman Brennan.
Aye.
Councilman Bundy.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Tiff, please read the ordinance.
Ordinance 1790, an ordinance of the city of Mountain Home, Idaho, declaring the real property hereinafter described to be R4 zone, subject to limitations and allowed use, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances conflict here within and providing an effective date.
Council, we've heard this ordinance read. Do you wish it to pass? Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey?
Aye.
Councilman Bundy?
Aye.
All right. Recognizing persons in the audience, would there like to be someone come down and speak? Stecker, come on down.
Why are we not surprised, right, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, you're good.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, I am Decker Sanders, a resident of Mountain Home. I don't know if any of you've taken the time to notice, but this morning I noticed that a second tree has been felled at the golf course in between the 18th green and the number 10 tee box. Another source of shade, a perfectly healthy tree, removed. The Monday after Thanksgiving, the old growth tree that was on the driving range between the academy and the end of the range, perfectly healthy old growth tree, was removed. Those don't come cheap. Is that part of what your contingency fund's going to cover? What's the plan? You've already demonstrated tonight you don't really have one. You're having to reach into contingency because someone came up with an idea for the driving range. Where's the next idea coming from? When are we going to find out about it? At $20,000 a year, which is the average return on that driving range, you're looking at 3.5 years to return your $70,000 back. Is it going to be profitable after that? Well, it depends. Right now you're basing your revenue stream based on the current usage. Do you look for it to improve when it becomes a machine? You have to have people to do that. Those people right now are really confused, really angry, and pretty upset. One of the reasons they're upset is the raise in the increase. And this time you did it without a public hearing. And I will tell you to take a look at State Statute 63-1311A. And you'll find amongst the language there, it says on such proposed fee increase. When you held a hearing on an increase, it was for a document that had over 40% increase in it. That was tabled. You took no action on it. You brought back a new document with over a 30% increase on it. You didn't have a public hearing, and you passed it. I believe this fails the statute. It is my intent to file a grievance with the city in order to evoke a formal response and open the door for potential litigation. It's almost as if you feel like you own the golf course. You don't. The citizens of this city own the golf course. The golfers who have used this course own the golf course. Many of them have deposited tens of thousands of dollars with the city to get the new line back in. And while you've been paid back, there's still a sense of ownership there. They have been your base source for your income. They're your season pass holders. They're the influencers around that golf course. And yet, they're not getting the public input. They're not getting a communication back that lets them know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. They just know something's coming and they get blindsided with stuff like what happened tonight. If they turn their backs on you, there's no amount of money you can throw at it to get the golf course to come anywhere near solvent. And right now, you've all just said, once again, it's an amenity. So be clear. Are you driving to self-sustainability, and if so, what's the plan? If you're not and going to accept it as an amenity, quit playing games with us and tell us what's going on, and by all means, consider that we might have a little bit of input to be worthwhile in that process, including with how you deal with the pro. Thank you.
Thanks, Decker. Would anybody else like to get up? All right. Final comments. Well, I'm not going to say anything to Rich, but I want to say something to Rhonda. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Rich, with us for over 22 years. I know there's,